So this is going to be a brief overview of the Casio XWPD1. So first off, I'm just going to go through this real quick because it looks pretty complicated. But the way to understand this is just if you understand it piece by piece and then put it all together. So first off, that's your master volume. This is your value knob. Right now it's set to 128 tempo, which you can tap, by the way. If you want to change that, you just move the knob. So I just want it to go, let's say 120. There it is, 120. This is a fader. This is the audio input 100, 50-50. And then that is your internal 100%. So let's just put it right in the middle here. These two knobs are the value knobs for effects, which we can go over later in a different video. And right here, I'll just start off by showing you the scratch. This, what this fader is. I'm just going to press play. This is going to play a preset that's already set into the memory. And what I do is if I move this, depending on how fast I move it, it'll scratch everything. So that's pretty cool. Alright, now what I'm going to do is switch out to a different sequence. So just so you know, here's a plus and minus pads. You'll see it printed right next to the pads. And then these are numbers, so it's going to be 1 through 9, and then 10 is going to be 0. So if you want to dial in a number, let's just press a sequence button. Let's just do a random number. I just press 7, 2, and we're still at 0. Why is that? Because you have to press 0 first. So 0, 2, 7, for example. So now I'm going to that pattern. I'm going to press play. So that's just another preset. Or you can press plus and minus. So plus goes up, minus goes down. Also, if you want to see the name of the song, you just let go and it'll show you the name of the song. Or the pattern. Okay. So now what we're going to do, let's go to pattern 100. 1, 0, 0. There we go. Now it's a blank pattern. Just so you know, there's 99 preset pattern sequences. They are write protected, so you can't save them. So just switch to 100 and you should be set. So what we're going to do is just press pads. So okay, there's looks like we have a drum set. If you want to change what bank you're in, there's 4 banks. This one, I'm going to press bank here. You'll see it's bank 2. That's bank 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what bank 1 is. Sounds like synth line. Let's go to bank 3. Notice over here it shows what note I'm playing. It goes right up the scale. Here's C octave 4, C octave 3. So just so you know, that's how it looks like it's normally set up here. Let's try bank 4. I like that. So I think what I'm going to do is start off with bank 2 with drums. What I'm going to do now is press pattern over here. Now this makes this blank. So what you can start off with, let's choose the hi-hat. So I press the hi-hat. Now that means I'm in the sequencing mode for that. This is step 1, okay? And it goes all the way around to 16. It's divided, you can see on the actual printing next to the lights, little highlighted areas, that's the quarters. So if it's divided into 4s, just to help you understand how it's all situated. Okay, so again, hi-hat, I'm going to put one on every highlighted one here. So let's listen to what that sounds like. Okay, now let's add kick drum. Oh, let's press kick. Let's just put one here and then one here. And then we want snares. Let's do the snares on these two. Okay, so there's a silly little beat. I could do a lot better than that, but this is just showing just extreme basics here. So it looks like there's a kick and a snare here. You know what I'm going to do is show you how to record now. So let's just press play. And I can like try it out. Let's just try a little beat. So something like that, I'm going to press record and play it because I like how it sounded. Okay, so there's a nice little beat. Make sure you turn off record. There's a little beat. Now let's do, I like that sound on bank 4, so let's do, play something over it. I'm going to audition it before I press record. So there we go. Now the way this works, I'm going to press, see we're in bank mode now, I'm going to press pattern again. Now the way you can understand this, this works per note, pretty much, the step sequencer. So there's no note playing in the sequence, only these 3 are playing. So I could press this, you can see it's right there. Now this, you see it kind of like have a little blinking thing there. What that means is it's longer than 1 step, and it's going to extend somewhat into here. What you can do, let's say you want to remove that note or add it again. I'm going to press this or this. It's going to turn it off. And what I'm going to do is hold this, press that down, hold, press, let's say this one. That's extending it to 2 right there. And you can go as far as you want with extending it. And you just press it again anywhere and it will go away. So in melodies, it's a little interesting how you can sequence different things on here. It's per note. And what's interesting too, let's say you want C4 to be a different note. You just hold pad down and you can see it's that note. And I'm going to press up or down. That's going to bring the note up, as you can see. D4, I'm going to press it 2 times, and it'll say E4. So, okay, if I want that pad to be E4, there it is. And then you can sequence it accordingly. Of course, that doesn't sound very awesome, but this is just the basics, just so you can see how it works. Let's say we want that sound to change. So let's press play. We can hear the sound. I'm going to hold down Padset and switch through. Now we're in what's called melodic instruments. And there are 249 different ones you can choose from. So I just scrolled through and I just found one that sounds moderately okay. So yeah, it's pretty cool. You can do a lot of different sounds with this. If I go bank 1, remember there's a synth sound. And so if I want to change that, hold down Padset. There are 99 synth presets. So if I go through, let's play this one now. Let's just play along. Now let's say I don't want to keep it in a synth preset. You just hold down Padset, and right here, number 13, it says type. So if you press that, it's changed. It's in synth mode, or sample mode, drum mode, or melodic instrument. So let's change it to melodic instrument. And now let's press play. We don't hear anything because it just reset that. So when you change the type, it will reset your notes. Just remember that. So let's do it again. So that's pretty much it. And let's say we want this. I'm in bank still, so bank 3. So I want that to change. Let's change that to a drum preset. So hold down Padset, type, drum, let go. It's the same pad set as the other one. So let's change it. Hold Padset down and press plus or minus. just do this one. So I'm just going to press play. I'm just going to play drums over it. And then we can play with a scratch.